Thank you, Madam Speaker. Wanted to rise in support of this, share a few thoughts. First, wanted to thank our colleague for bringing forward this thoughtful measure. He's been a real leader on these types of issues and a real asset and credit to our body. And so very much appreciate your leadership here, and rise as a proud co-sponsor of this measure. Just wanted to make a few points. One I think is important to make for the record, which is that it's my opinion, and I think the opinion of a lot of folks who've looked at the issue, that remote legislating is currently constitutional. And I think that's clear from the language of Articles 3 and 4 of the California Constitution. It's clear from the opinion of a lot of outside experts, including the Constitution Center at UC Berkeley that has looked at this issue. A lot of the lawyers in our House who've looked at this, the chair of our Judiciary Committee, the chair of the Housing Committee, the Assistant Majority Leader, our Assistant Pro Tem. Others have examined this issue and I think have taken the opinion, and I think rightfully so, as it's consistent with about 100 years of California Supreme Court precedent, that should we want to, tomorrow or 2 weeks from now or a month from now, meet remotely and vote remotely, that would be permissible under our Constitution. That having been said, I think it's extremely prudent to take this measure to clarify what the rules of the road should be in those situations, to provide some guardrails. And so I very much rise in support of this, and I think it's very much an appropriate step. I also want to really associate myself with the comments of our colleague from San Francisco. I think that the technology that we have adopted recently has really expanded transparency and accountability. I think it's brought more people into the process, and I think it's somewhat telling and I say this respectfully, that the people who are opposed to this are the paid professional lobbyists in Sacramento. Because what they enjoy under normal circumstances is a near monopoly on the ability to come testify in committee. And as our colleague from San Francisco noted, it's pretty hard for your average Californian, especially if they don't live in Northern California, to make it up here at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday to come testify on an issue of broad public importance. But what all of us have seen over the past couple of weeks is that by using technology, people across this state can call in, can have their opinions heard, and can be part of the process. So I think that there's a really strong argument, as our colleague from San Francisco made very clearly, that this is something that's going to increase accountability, it's going to increase transparency, it's going to start to put your average citizen on equal footing with paid lobbyists up here in Sacramento. I think it's a really wise and prudent and important measure, and I would really encourage my colleagues to support it.